The Living Prophecy, UKI. Tales by Living Goddess. On the night the heavens broke open, when thunder spoke in the language of gods and rain struck the earth like a summons, Uki was born. The storm did not rage, it knelt. Lightning circled the hut without touching it, and the wind bent low, as though witnessing a vow. The elders would later say the sky had not come to destroy, but to seal a covenant. For in that moment, Ugegbe ni Aya, Mother Mirror, goddess of reflection, memory, and divine truth, breathed herself into the child. Uki did not merely receive a blessing, she became one with the goddess. Her soul became the vessel, her body the doorway, her life the living prophecy through which the goddess would call Aziza back from forgetfulness into remembrance. That night, every mirror in Aziza clouded, and when they cleared, they reflected only the moon. From her first breath, Uki belonged to two worlds. As an infant, she slept without fear, her dreams heavy with silver light. Within those dreams, the goddess walked beside her, not as ruler to servant, but as ancient spirit to kindred soul. Ugegbeni Iye showed her visions too vast for a child's tongue to shape. Villages rising and falling, people forgetting their origins, power abused, worship abandoned. Uki woke with tears she could not explain and knowledge she could not name. By the age of 5, she could see illness clinging to bodies like shadow to skin. By 7, she could lift it away with a touch and a whisper spoken in a language older than speech. Yet the goddess gave her balance. For every life Uki healed, she could also curse. For every blessing a warning, she was mercy but never weakness. And the people of Aziza began to notice. Some came bearing offerings, others watched from behind fear. For they remembered the old truth. A vessel chosen by a goddess is never sent without a price. In Uki's 17th year, the moon turned the color of blood and refused to move from the sky. For 3 nights, Aziza did not sleep. The sacred shrine, long abandoned, opened without human touch. The ancient mirror, dulled by neglect, burned brighter than fire and reflected only one face, Uki's. When she entered the village square at dawn, her footsteps carried thunder. Her eyes held the calm of inevitability. She spoke only once. She said, "I am not chosen, I am remembered." And so Uki became the youngest priestess Aziza had ever known. She was beautiful, not in vanity, but in presence. Her skin glowed beneath moonlight. Her voice bent truth into shape. And her silence weighed heavier than words. Through her, the goddess spoke again. Visions poured into Uki like rain into dry earth. She saw fields burning, children crying to deaf skies, mirrors shattering, spirits wandering unclaimed. Standing before the elders, she warned them. She said they had turned from Ugegbe ni Iye, that they worshipped noise and comfort, not truth, not reflection. She told them to return, or Aziza would fall. They listened, but they did not obey. Some called her young, some called her dangerous, some desired her power without her goddess. And so Ugegbe ni Iye withdrew her voice. The downfall did not arrive suddenly. It crept. Rain forgot the land. Healers failed. Dreams darkened. Families broke apart without reason. Sickness came, laughing at cures. Fire followed, untamable. Madness rose, born from shattered reflection. And Uki stood at the center of it all, healing until her body trembled, warning until her throat bled with silence. She loved Aziza. That was her flaw. For though she was the goddess's vessel, she carried the human spirit of love and kindness, a gift even the gods rarely possess. On the final night, the goddess came to Uki not in light but in perfect darkness. She said, "You were meant to rule them. You chose to love them instead." Uki fell to her knees. She answered, "Then let my love be the bridge. Take me, let Aziza live." At dawn, Uki walked alone to the shrine. The mirrors sang, the storm returned, and the living prophecy fulfilled itself. When the light faded, Uki was gone. That same day, rain fell gently. Sickness lifted. The land breathed again. Aziza returned to worship. Too late to save their priestess, but not too late to remember their goddess. They say Uki did not die. They say she became the moon's reflection within the sacred mirror, watching, guarding, forgiving. And when children dream beneath full moons, they hear her whisper, "Love is the strongest offering." Even the gods are changed by it.